Hold on, I'm trying to think of a good joke to open this one. Trying to think of a pun. We're going into a weather level. I need something. I'm not really paying attention. I must have my head in the clouds. What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Spyro, Year of the Dragon. In the last episode, we finished the tutorial level and went to Sheila's Alp to help her out. And now let's get into an actual level that's not hard. Again, it's not a tutorial level, but it's a pretty good opening level, I will say. See that back there? The small interactions. And what's kind of funny is the characters we're going to be dealing with are called weather imps. How much of a degrading name could you have? I mean, hi, I'm an imp from Doom. I currently have a job as a controller of weather, if that's okay. We also have giant guys with the big wings. They don't do anything to you. They just blow you back. I'll be sure to show that a bit later. It's really silly how some of these early enemies don't actually attack you. Now, the ones in the armor, yeah, they'll attack you. They hit you with lightning bolts. Zeus must be on their good side.
The Rhinox have shut down our cloud generator, and I'll never see a rainbow again.
This is a really weird level as far as difficulty's concerned. We're looking at 400 gems and 6 eggs, just like the last level. As far as difficulty goes, depending on whether you're good at gliding yet or not, and you'll actually notice right here, this guy's going to teach us how to glide again. If you didn't get it from Hunter, you're going to get it from this guy, so it all depends on where you end up. But what's really weird is Hunter teaches you how to glide to get to this level. And that's what I don't understand, which is why I'm telling this level it's still really easy peasy. Or maybe I can think of something else, I don't know, as tough as a cloud, I guess, which is a bit of an oxymoron. But yeah, it's still a really easy level. And you may have noticed if you're looking at the names of these little weather imps, they're actually named after the types of clouds. So we've had cumulus, I think we've had stratus, and maybe I wasn't really paying attention. There is one that's the odd one in the bunch. It's kind of funny what his name is. It's probably like Carl or something. Oh, I'm gonna get you.
The metal armor
All right,
enemies are wearing
here's another tutorial. I'm not sure why you are still getting these tutorials if you did the other 2 levels first. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe they just want to hammer it home. It's like, hey, guess what? These guys have a little bit of metal on them. You can't flame them. I'm sure they had good intentions, but it just seems like they're retreading old ground that players already know at this point. Right there, a whirlwind should have been there, but we'll have to activate that a bit later. So let's deal with this dude that doesn't deal any damage at all. The only thing he does is blow you back. Now, keeping that in mind, if you're in front of a cliff and he blows you off, then it becomes personal. Then you have a reason to kill him. But right now, he just wants to cool you off. Maybe it's hot up here. We are in a weather factory, so maybe we're close to the sun. Actually, there is a really cool minigame in this one. It's really clever. Look at that. He started trying to blow us away and we weren't even on the ground yet. Come on, dude. It wouldn't even work. Okay, let me just show what he actually does. Whee! He just blows you off the edge. Nothing to it. Alright, we have another dragon egg. Who do we have? Stephanie! Well, there's one of my sister's names. Wow, 15 eggs. We're getting there. In fact, I think in 5 more eggs we can unlock everything. So after the end of this level, we can unlock everything in World 1. Be sure to check all the smaller passages and near the edges. I shouldn't really tell you to go near an edge in a platformer, but sometimes they hide gems off on these little segments here. Like over here, there's a few gems. When I was practicing this, I missed a 2 gem that was on one of these ledges. So just be sure to check every small place. Falling down there, there's a few gems down there. It's kind of a scavenger hunt as far as this level's concerned to get the gems. Oh, we got money bags! What are you going to charge me for this time?
Well, if it isn't my favorite dragon. The sorceress has put me in charge of guarding these bellows. However, I suppose I might look the other way if I was distracted by counting gems.
Okay, take a look at the answers here. No way, you doofus! Yeah, sure, whatever.
Ooh, yes, precious gems. Well then, Spyro, you may now use the bellows any time you wish.
Best of luck on your little egg hunt.
Dude, settle down. It's just money. I mean, I've got tons more gems. I could just see Spyro, kind of making fun of Moneybags. And Moneybags is over in the corner. He's just counting all the gems he just stole from Spyro, or I legitimately got from Spyro. And Spyro's just in the corner. He's like throwing gems up and catching them in his claw. And he's just like, I wish you had some of these.
Remember, to get your longest glide,
yes.
button at the very top
It's
of
kind
your
of
jump
funny.
And use the triangle button
Not
to
only
hover
do you have Hunter telling you how to glide and to hover, before this level, you get 2 more tutorials on how to glide in the same level. That is silly. Maybe they didn't know what to add here. Wow, I can't believe I missed this guy again. But I'm just thinking, maybe What would be the mindset of that? Do the developers really think that a child who would be playing this, as the main audience, would forget how to glide from one fairy to the next? It just seems a bit off to me. Maybe they didn't know what to put there. Maybe they just wanted, a little extra thing. Oh, man! They had them all lined up, and I completely screwed it up. Oh, well. Get rid of them, and guess what? We are actually at the end of the level. There's one of our little bonus places. Let me make sure I've got all the gems.
Oh, you activated the bellows? Maybe I can get the cloud generator working again.
Let's see if it works. Come on. Make clouds. Oh, would you look at that? There was an egg in there. How did the Rhinox get up there to put the egg in there in the first place?
The Rhinox must have been using this thing to clog up the cloud generator.
It's a handy place to hide it. Who do we have this time? We've got Henry. Hey, if your wife doesn't give you a son, you can always behead her, like your other 5 wives. What's kind of funny is that character right there has an entire glitch to himself. If you actually flame him at the same time he starts to talk to you, the cutscene ends. It doesn't even happen. Instead, the words "to talk" will appear. They call it the Fluffy glitch. Yeah, you hear that. Nah. Who needs to talk about broken games? Spyro 3 is probably the most glitchy out of the original trilogy. And by the way, one of the best characters and one of the most annoying characters is back for Spyro 3. We gotta catch the thief. Same deal applies as the original ones. If you kinda charge and then flame, they're easier to get. Oh, that's not spelled correctly. I could have made a Family Guy reference, and it would have been like an episode of Family Guy. According to a lot of articles I've read, this one has a lot of problems in the technical aspect. Not saying the game is broken, I'm saying there's a lot of glitches. Like, I think the original version of the game, not the greatest hits version, which is what I'm playing, had audio glitches everywhere. It's kind of sad. I don't want to say they rushed this one, but come on, guys. Have somebody playtest this stuff. Let's see, are there any more gems around here? No, doesn't look like it. Go ahead and take out this duck here. If we send him to the hospital, he'll have a medical malady.
We usually wake up our rain cloud at the crack of dawn, but these mischievous spirits are stopping our bells from ringing.
The spirits from Spyro 2! Yeah, if you remember back in Spyro 2, these were the same spirit models used for the level Colossus? Kind of going off memory here. Really kind of like the song that plays. And I'll be quiet when we take out all the spirits, because it kind of is a cool tune. Nothing to it.
Doodad. It fell out of the belfry.
That was probably the scariest looking cloud ever. He looked like he had some attitude. Super Genius, you may be able to fly freely, but I still beat you in my Persona 4 Golden LP. Really? That's all there was up here? Okay. Probably one of the advantages and disadvantages of old PlayStation models were the fact that when one of them looked mad, they looked mad. I just love that model of the cloud. And actually, we're getting to one of my favorite minigames. This guy. You see him right there? On fire? He's got sunglasses. And this one, I just think it's a really cool concept, especially in a place that creates the weather. This is kind of cool. It's really inconsistent, though, when you find out what we're actually going to be doing in this minigame. There's a lot more gems, but we'll save that for a bit later. What do you got to say?
Our sun has gone out. We can make a new one with our lava fusion cauldron and 3 sun seeds, but they keep burning out before we can get them in the pot. Step on the switch to get a fresh sun seed and keep flaming it until you get it into the pot.
Okay, first inconsistency. How is there light if your sun has gone out? Unless they're making suns for other solar systems, that'd be kind of cool. This minigame, it's really simplistic, and it kind of doesn't make any sense, and I'll show you why here in a bit. You got the 3 sun seeds that I can buy, but it's actually what happens a bit later. See, it goes on the gameplay principle that you have multiple paths here. The 1 seed will always go in the one path. The next seed will go on a different path, so you kind of have to run to keep up with the sun seeds just to keep them from going out. And I do like that, honestly. There's a little bit of a puzzle element behind it, and you'll notice right there, that's what happens when they're about to go out. They will jump 3 times, or, like, scream in pain 3 times before they just explode from a lack of fire. And speaking of which, that sun seed went through fire! Why does it need me? If it could run all that way and go through its own fire, and that's where the inconsistency comes in, why does it need me? I shouldn't really complain, it's a video game, whatever, it's a children's game. But we've got one more sun seed. And I think... Can you just flame him? Yeah, you can! You don't even need to press the button. I don't know, that's not bad coding, that's just smart. Makes sense. Alright, check this guy out. He's gonna go through the fire. Look at that, he's almost in the fire! Why did he stop? Okay, so once you get all 3 sun seeds, I love this. Take a look, they're gonna create the new sun. And the only thing I think of when this sun is created is I really want to play Minesweeper.
Now that's what I call a sun. Here, you can have this last sun seed as a souvenir. I think it might be a dud, though.
How are we supposed to carry a seed of the sun? This seems like it would be really hot. Lulu! My black magician, have you figured out how to hold up that gigantic rack you have? That's a really weird reference. Final Fantasy X of all things. Alright, I went and looked around to see if there were any more gems. Couldn't find anything, so let's move on. Now that the bellows, or the... Yes, the bellows, the cloud bellows. Now that they have been activated, we can go around to the other whirlwind. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. The other whirlwinds have actually activated. I still can't say that. So here at the beginning of the level, if you want to get to the ending fast, there's a whirlwind for you. There we go. Got to say it slowly. It's like I'm saying it to somebody else who's trying to spell it. But there is one more whirlwind, and it's on the other side here. And now that we have it activated, we can go to an entirely new section of the level. So that's kind of cool. Backtracking actually has a point. Here we go. And up here, just because you remember, I guess, they give you an extra life. How nice. There's plenty of gems up here, try not to miss any. And I love how they look like old-style Valkyries, I guess. They got the horned hats. They've got the lightning bolts. I don't know. The only thing they need to do is sing. And then I can take them out and say the fat lady has sung. Level's over. I don't know about the design of this level. It looks cool, but just random flamethrowers out of nowhere? Okay, I'm just sour now because they hit me. That wasn't supposed to happen. Here we go. Here's the rest of the gems, if my counting is correct. Yep, we got it. And the final egg. Claire! Add an eye in there and we can take on Raccoon City together. With rainbows and friendship. We could totally take on Raccoon City and all the zombies. Alright, let's get out of here. All we need is a Leon Dragon. I can totally make dragon versions of the Raccoon City Police Department. It'll be awesome. Wow, level over already. That was a pretty short one. The next one, we have enough eggs. Let's go ahead and open up some portals, why don't we? I believe it was up here. Yeah, this gentleman. Let's let him go home. I'm not going to hold it over his head like a carrot. No, you can go home, dude.
At last, my portal is working again. Come visit me at the Tiki Lodge.
I love how he says his portal's working and it still hasn't opened yet. Okay, there we go. We have a brand new level, the Molten Crater. I'm thinking next time on Spyro, You're the Dragon, we're going to head in there and see what we can do for that guy at the Tiki Lodge. I'm going to go practice on sheep. See you guys next time.